Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bradley, and in today's video we are going to be going over this kind of daily challenge thing that I have been doing for a week now, and that I will continue to do for 50 more days. And let's get into it. So, first of all, sorry if you hear my dogs. They like to get up, they like to walk around, they like to bark. Sorry if you hear that. But also, I am a little under the weather. I am a preschool teacher, so I frequently get sick, and so I'm feeling a little nasally, I'm feeling a little congested. I'm pretty out of breath when speaking, so if any of that is I'm not able to edit out, then I'm sorry for that as well, but I'll do my best. So, I have always been super interested in like mental toughness challenges like Project 50, 75 Hard. There's a ton of them out there that I have seen, and I've tried a couple of them multiple times and I've just never been successful, but I've always really wanted to accomplish one. And so I started reading, I started reading The 12-Week Year, and there was some kind of thinking prompt or whatever in there that talked about what's something that you've accomplished and how did it make you feel. And I think in the book it was meant a little bit more lightheartedly, but I took it pretty heavy. I've obviously accomplished a lot of stuff, like I'm a graduated student, I'm progressing through my career, things like that, but like when I look at smaller goals, like wanting to read 50 books in a year or run 100 miles, or I guess just kind of like silly little, not silly, but things that I had set intentions for and then just never executed or provided enough focus, dedication, energy towards completing, there's really none that I have actually accomplished. Like, I guess to summarize it, I feel like most of the goals and the accomplishments that I've made are things that I feel like other people have wanted for me, or social constructs of progressing through life, and just growing and maturing in that sense. But things that actually matter to me, or I find interesting, and things that I like to spend my time doing, I have always just let those slide to the back burner in order to make progress in goals that I feel like other people have wanted for me. And obviously not saying like I didn't want those goals as well, but like I think you guys probably know what I mean. So essentially what I have done is taken and meshed together a bunch of these programs and challenges and things that I have seen online and created by other people, and piled things that I actually enjoyed, things that I wanted to work on, into a program that I felt like I would actually want to finish, or that would, even if I didn't do every task every single day, it would still somewhat push me forward into a better version of myself that is a little bit more aligned with what I want and who I want to be. So I have created this thing called 50 Days of Growth, is what I'm calling it. And like I said, pretty much none of these ideas are my own. I've gotten them from other sources, so I don't want to take ownership or say that it's mine. Anyone can do any of this. I have written down some notes. So daily tasks that I want to complete every day. Daily tasks that I want to set intentions of completing every single day for 50 days in a row. 30 minutes of movement every day. Drinking greens. Reading 10 pages of a non-fictional growth book. Journaling 30 minutes focused on goals. A 15-minute pickup around my place, and a 10-minute meditation, as well as taking some time to set my intentions, write a to-do list for the next day. So I'll kind of break down some of those things and show you like the books I'm reading and whatnot. But my goals and intentions of why I'm wanting to finish this 30 days for growth challenge, I guess, program, whatever you want to call it. I used to be pretty active with a majority of these things on my list, and that was when I was my most productive. That was when I felt my best physically, felt my best mentally, and I just really enjoyed that version of myself. And as I've grown and gone through other trials and tribulations, I've kind of lost some of those things that were really important to me. And so my number one intention is to get back into a routine of regularly engaging in habits that help improve my mental health. In correlation with that, also improve physical health, like my cardio abilities. I want to be able to go outside and play with the kids and not feel out of breath. I want to sleep better, and I want to have my digestion, like my immune system, all of those just kind of internal functions in my body just in better condition, so that maybe I'm not sick all the time despite being sneezed on and thrown up on and all that fun stuff. And then lastly, I think a lot of people do this, but I have always had big dreams and aspirations of wanting to have my own business, or just filling up space with more than a regular 9 to 5. I want to create things that other people can benefit from in their life. And so I have also, on top of that though, never really set aside the time or made myself take energy away from what I was doing for others and put it towards my own goals. I've always found excuses, I've always been tired or whatever, I've just never done it. And so my last intention is to make progress on goals, to actually see what can come of a little bit of focus every day and minimal progress, to see just what actually I'm kind of capable of. I don't have hard goals like lose 10 pounds or start this business, whatever. Like, I don't have those kinds of goals set for this, but I'm hoping that after this I will have a good skill set of being able to move on to those goals and feel that I will be able to accomplish them because I will have accomplished this. So, breaking down some of the tasks, like 30 minutes of movement, that can be walking, running, lifting weights, stretching, like walking the dogs. Just, I want to move. Take 30 minutes that I typically would spend sitting on the couch or doing stuff for other people and do something for myself. Drinking greens, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. I'm a week in, and I have been drinking the Simple Eats peachy greens, whatever, and they've actually been fantastic. Moving on to books. So I have a couple books that I have intentions of reading or finishing, I guess. So I do want to finish the 12-week year. I have a couple more days left of reading 10 pages each day to finish that one. I also want to read The Total Money Makeover. I am like halfway through this one, so that's why I have one more book on top of it that I have not even opened yet, but it is The Power of One More. So these are the books that I have lined up, ready to go. I will link my spring reading list below if that talks more about those books, if you're interested in hearing more about them. For journaling every day, I have my journal right here. I've used this one, I think, for a year, off and on, but I don't really have like journal for 5 minutes or write 100 words or anything like that. I just want to open it up, write the date, and write how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, kind of thing. Nothing too quantifiable, I guess you could say. And then 30 minutes spent on focusing on a goal. So I do have like quarterly goals, monthly goals, things like that I'll probably share in like a monthly reset or something like that if you're interested in hearing them. And so I figured in the very beginning I wasn't setting in depth. In the beginning, at first, I thought that I wouldn't want to have some sort of quantifiable goal tied to it, but I quickly realized that it's much easier to set daily intentions as well as know what I'm wanting to spend those 30 minutes working on if I have a list of goals. So I did set some, but again, it's like not in relation to the 50 days. It's something separate that I'm just pulling from. Picking up for 15 minutes. So like putting my backpack away, putting my shoes away, like small things that I typically just leave, or making my bed, wiping down the counters an extra time, dusting, things that I tell myself I'll do at the end of the week, and then I would like to do them daily. So that is on there, as well as 10 minutes of meditation. I personally really like the app Headspace. I think it has a lot of great resources that if I'm not in a good headspace where I can just sit down and actually just empty my brain and sit in solitude, it helps to bring me to a space like that. So I use Headspace. I have purchased the annual subscription or whatever. Meditation is actually something that I used to be very rigorous and regular with. I would have some pretty deep meditation and I really enjoyed it. I don't really know what made me stop doing it. So I would love to get back to that state of mind and being. And then along with that, my intentions for the next day. I feel like I'm one of those people that really believes that my attitude and thought process for the next day is highly impacted by what I do the day before. So having those intentions and ideas laid out and ready to go. So guys, that pretty much wraps up my 50 days for growth program, challenge. I don't know what the heck you guys want to call it. I will maybe update you again in the middle of it, or I'll just do a wrap-up video at the end of the 50 days. I'm 1 week in and I am feeling pretty darn good. Like, I started over spring break, and so I was able to not be overwhelmed by work responsibilities. And I've had a couple days back from spring break, and they've been really good. So I have high hopes, and I will let you guys know how the rest of it goes. If you have any ideas or things that I could add in, maybe in a future challenge or whatever, book recommendations, anything like that, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.